Well, I guess we've all been there. That moment your internet bill jumps again and you realize you have got to get control on this because your cable company is not on your side. Well, I was stuck in that same cycle for years. I kept paying more and getting the same old speeds and the same old so-so service. So I decided finally I was going to try wireless home internet again from T-Mobile and just recently from Mint Mobile. Now, they filled up my utility closet with cables and wires, but I'm getting rid of one of these guys soon because this promises to be cheaper and it's faster too, and especially when you add one piece of gear, and that's what all these cables are going to. I have two antennas in the attic, one for each, and it promises up to 5 times the speed, and I never thought that was possible. Now, I'm going to show you what I did and what I learned along the way. So in this video, I'm going to compare T-Mobile and Mint Mobile's home internet side by side. Now you're going to see what actually works and what doesn't, and how external antennas can turn the average setup into a rock solid connection. Now I'm also going to share a few tricks about really how you can find your strongest tower signal. And by the end, you're going to know exactly whether your wireless home internet is right for your house or not. I'm going to show you how to test it for free before you commit too. Well, for me, the breaking point was cable's constant price creep and those mysterious adjustments that I always kept getting. And they never seemed to go down in price. And it was just poor and poor service. So while a few years ago I had tried wireless service, it was a different setup than this. I found the signal was flaky, the hardware was weak, and I gave up pretty fast. They also didn't allow you to put external antennas, so I knew that was a dead end. Well, this time when I contacted T-Mobile, I got their G4AR gateway. This has an external antenna connections, and they got the same with Mint's version. It's an identical gateway. The setup took maybe 15 minutes. You just plug it in, scan the QR code, and it really walks you through finding the strongest location, which is usually near a window. T-Mobile's support was actually better than Mint's, but I think Mint's will improve with time. They just started and just came out with this. But here's the problem. The best window spot is not likely where you really want your Wi-Fi signal. Maybe you actually want it in a better location. Well, that's what I wanted, and an antenna changed everything. I mounted my MIMO directional antenna in the attic, and I ran the cables up, and suddenly, wow, I could put them in a closet. I could put them anywhere in my house that I could put this antenna, and I could put my old gateway near my old cable modem spot, and that was a clean setup. And still, I got a great signal with the antenna. Now, you can optimize the antenna further by tuning it or turning it 12, 3, 6, 9 o'clock to lock in the strongest tower. And it's really not that hard. Mine's not up on the roof. Mine's inside my attic space, and it seems absolutely great. Most importantly, the speeds jumped up. I went from pretty good to constantly fast, way faster than cable. So if you don't have an attic, though, or a similar space, you can do a window-mounted antenna. Yeah, it uses a flat cable that slips right through the window sill, has all the same benefits and no tools. So don't let the lack of an attic stop you. Now, the best part of this is I feel like I have a newfound freedom. Having an antenna, I can control where my gateway lives, not where the signal is. I can improve my signals. I can improve my speeds. I can go with T-Mobile. I can go with Mint Mobile. I can choose Verizon. Now, I will have to say the Mint seems to be performing identically to the T-Mobile, and both are giving me 400, 500, even gigabit speeds down. Streaming is better. Uploads are better. Everything just feels instantaneous. And once you see that speed jump, you'll never look at that old piece of cable again because you found a better way. Now, here's my advice. If you feel like you want to do this because you're paying too much for your services, take a 14-day free trial from any of the wireless interconnects. Whether it's T-Mobile or Mint or Verizon, just check them out. Most of them have a 14-day free trial. You don't need an antenna to start with. The built-in one will tell you quickly if this works at your location and your address. When you find success, though, consider adding an antenna later, because with that antenna, you're going to enjoy faster, steadier speeds for less money than most of the other alternatives. So, in my opinion, wireless home internet isn't just a gimmick anymore. I think it's the future. And an antenna is the key to making it most practical and optimizing it for the fastest speeds. Now, I'd like to know what your experience with wireless internet has been. Put that in the comments. I'd like to know if you've tried an antenna and what your experience has been. What's your experience with Mint or T-Mobile or Verizon? And subscribe for more real-world tech experiments. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.